Welcome to Real Life Sports. It's a bright sunny day because Blazers, they won!
Yeah!
Going up 3-1 against Houston. Unbelievable game.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat, actually. Pratap was getting so mad at me because I alternately couldn't look at the screen or was so stressed out by the game that I was just, beside myself throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I think you were like, your quote was, I think I'm going to have a panic attack. Didn't matter if they were winning or losing down the stretch.
I mean, the whole thing really felt like a robbery because we were down over 10 points most of the game. It wasn't until the third quarter that we really pulled within striking distance. So when we won the game in overtime, again, third game to go to overtime in this amazing series, I feel like, again, people just think that we stole it. I know Houston thinks we stole it. A lot of the commentators watching the games think we stole it, but I think the Blazers really pulled it out, pulled another robbery to go up 3-1.
Yep, and Portland Police Department had a really funny tweet. They were talking about how the Blazers stole game one, and they were okay with robbery in that case, and so they're going to have to tweet again after game 4. So Blazers up 3-1, 123-120 the final, 5 points down at the end of the third, made up that ground, sent it to overtime. Along the way, some of the key things that we saw was a return to some of the old good stuff the Blazers were doing early in the season when they were the number one, the best in the West. And one of those things was one of my favorite moves, the old Batman-Robin pick and roll from Nicola Batum to Robin Lopez, or as you called it,
chunky peanut butter, smooth peanut butter.
Yeah, exactly. Lopez is looking a little chunky there at certain points, trying to get through some pick and rolls. Some of the offensive rebounds, he'd just kind of fall down, but you could tell his presence was huge as usual. Fouled out there down the stretch, but he was a rock for the Blazers.
We love you, Lopez and Batum. Always so smooth. And obviously, this game, I think it wasn't as big for LaMarcus and Lillard. Obviously, strong contributions from those guys as usual, but it was great to see Batum, Lopez as always, Wesley Matthews step up throughout the game because I think that really contributed to the team effort.
Yep. So what else we got?
Yeah, I mean, I think that watching some of the commentary after the game, I think everyone just seems extremely surprised. I mean, we actually saw a special that was called "Who Are the Blazers?" and it had like a play-by-play of who the key players were, who the stars were, who the sporting players were. Obviously, small
Classic
market
ESPN.
team. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I think that the surprise really has to wear off in terms of how good the Blazers are, because I think that especially at the end of the games, these guys can close. They consistently make their three throws. They come together as a team. They really roll with the punches. I think Doc Rivers, not to quote Clippers coach, but he really has a great way of pulling together his team and saying that end 5 minutes of the game, everyone's going to make a mistake, but the important thing is how you conquer that, how you overcome, and how you really move forward. And I think the Blazers have done that time and time again, and that's what's making them amazing in playoff basketball.
Yeah, just one more highlight to highlight that. I really liked that play where LaMarcus and Robin, at a critical moment, both kind of went for a defensive rebound, kind of both got it, but then it bumbled off of LaMarcus, didn't really know what has happened, fell out of bounds, Lopez couldn't chase it down, and then they kind of gave up a critical turnover, but then they immediately high-fived right after that, and we're like, all right, it's okay, those things happen, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah, I think these guys are always seeking to do better. I mean, here in LA, talk after the game, he's like, oh, he missed 2 critical free throws right at the end, but he's like, my team really, picked up the pieces after me. So just what a great leader, really kind of, obviously recognizing his mistakes, recognizing his teammates, but really in the end, it didn't matter. They pulled it out. Now we're looking in such strong position going into Game 5 on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. And then last point on LaMarcus, 140 points and I think 45 rebounds in the first 4 games of the playoffs. That is among some really elite company. It's only Hall of Famers who have ever been in that category. So good stuff, LaMarcus. This is really your coming out party for the league if they're going to act like they don't know you already.
All right, awesome job, team. We're looking forward to see you come out strong in Game 5. Let's close this at home in Portland, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.